right, have and have not fans. Now, I feel like this is probably video number 5 about Veronica. My gosh. I mean, why not cash in? I mean, this is the topic everyone wants me to talk about. These are the videos that are getting the most hits. Then the most hits means more views, more likes, more comments, hopefully more subscribers, and of course, more revenue because I got bills to pay. Now, in this video, we're going to kind of switch things up. I'm going to talk about whether or not David will try to resuscitate or save Veronica. Now, based on future episode synopsis, I believe in the finale, show not tell, Veronica and Wyatt retaliate against their enemies. I think that could be confirmation that Veronica's alive. One thing I didn't think about is Veronica retaliates against her enemies. What if she's actually dead? But we finally see the puzzle pieces come together, showing that even in death, she can retaliate to those that have wronged her, at least in her eyes. So technically speaking, it's like, hey, I might be dead, but guess what? You're all screwed anyway. Because remember, the synopsis for next week's episode, she's going to be real mad, is David's blunder has deadly consequences. Meaning that David's blunder, which was trying to kill Veronica or trying to drown her, has deadly consequences. So was David's blunder him snapping and then putting Veronica in the pool, but the deadly consequences are, hey, the consequences of trying to drown your wife are deadly because guess what? She's dead. And then Jim comes over to talk with him, and then they pretty much discuss the whole puzzle piece thing in regards to, oh my God, Veronica's dead before we got those lawyers, and those lawyers have all these puzzle pieces. Now we're all screwed, me, you, and Catherine. So the DA bringing us down for the whole Jennifer Salison and Wyatt's testimony thing is one thing, but these puzzle pieces are going to be even more self-destructive. I never thought of it that way, but I'm going to be completely honest here. I think Veronica is actually still alive. And yes, I still have a video I'm working on talking about all the times Veronica has quote unquote died, and it's gotten a bit old. So how many times will you show us, oh my God, she's finally getting hers, she's finally going to die, but then she rises like a phoenix. But even so, I doubt a phoenix has died as many times as Veronica and came back from the ashes. But that's his own video in itself. But will David try to resuscitate Veronica? I mean, like, it seems like he gets out of the pool, he gets on the phone with Jim, explains what happened. I finally did it. Then Jim's going to be like, whoa, what? Why did you snap? What the hell's going on? I hope David tells him what happened in regards to, she pushed me too far, Jim. She told me that Jeffrey wasn't my real son and I wasn't his father. And, well, who's the father? William. Wait, William who? One of our colleagues at the courthouse. Oh, William. And then it's like, yeah, she said he's a spitting image of Jeffrey. And that's kind of interesting because that begs the question of, I wonder if Jim knew. It's kind of like the whole Jeffrey being gay, and then Jim is like, who cares about your son being gay, David? We all knew. I wonder if that was a similar situation where everyone was aware that Jeffrey looked like William. That would be interesting because that might actually test the friendship of David and Jim, especially if Jim didn't speak up on it, but then it might have been just assumed that everyone knew. It's kind of like, oh, we're trying to hide the fact that Jeffrey's gay, even though everyone knows he's gay. So I wonder if it's the same situation where, hey, Jeffrey is our son, but then again, everyone knows that William is his father, but we're not going to talk about it publicly. That's an interesting take on it. I hope we find out about that. But in any case, I think that Jim being Jim might actually try to convince David that, you need to see if she's alive, because one of two things. Either it's, hey, bring her back to life, do whatever you have to do because we need her to not go to jail. Or number two, okay, let's confirm she's dead because if she is, we need to cover our tracks. Now, this is bad. This is a scenario where they could definitely use the Malone's help, but guess what? They're still on bad terms with the Malone, so they're screwed. Not to mention, Mitch Malone is supposed to show up to Catherine's house for the $75,000 in cash, but at this moment, we still haven't seen Jim go to the bank to get the money, because that would have been a great scene, if we saw Jim at the bank talking with Lloyd in person, then laying him out about the whole Crier Company thing. That way we can at least get confirmation that, okay, at least Jim has the money, because with Jim, there's so much, from meeting with Kyle to trying to see what's up with David and Veronica. Will he even be at the house when Mitch comes back later that night? Or when Wyatt's going to be running around with the gun? I don't think so. I think he's going to be too preoccupied. Kind of like, what if it's a situation where, remember when Amanda was running around with the gun, but Jim was gone because he got abducted by Warlock's crew because of Candace? What if there's a situation where he's either trying to help David with the Veronica case, or if Mitch comes over, then he's taken to the Malones? I have a feeling that Jim Cryer might not be at the house when Wyatt's running around with the gun. That's just my theory. But we do know that George and a bunch of cops are supposed to be coming to the house, and one of them pulls out a gun. So I do think that at some point, it might happen where Jim isn't going to be there. They're going to be trying to arrest the Cryers, but next thing you know, I'm thinking Captain's going to run out of the house, and Wyatt's going to come down with a gun and then get shot. I can see that happening. But in any case, who are they going to call? I mean, they need to do something. If Veronica is dead, what are they going to do? What's their cover story? I don't think RK is going to show. I mean, RK, we see him just walking around on the streets calling Candace because he has nowhere to go. He ain't going back to the hotel because the FBI. And he got kicked out of, Captain's house and Veronica's house. So I don't know what he's going to do. Will he come back, try to, sneak in? I don't. Will he pull a Eddie and try to just catch some Z's in the backyard? I don't really know. But if David does try to resuscitate Veronica, I think it would only be because Jim convinces him to. But, I think we have to ask the question, would he try to resuscitate her, and why? If she is dead, how will he and Jim cover it up? I don't know. There are just so many questions, and what connections do they have now to try to, come up with a cover story? Let's be honest here. There are so many people that would be more than willing to take Veronica down. But, I mean, if the FBI still has Veronica's house under watch, then they should know that David was the last person to go in. So they could possibly use that against him. Not to mention Jim's going to be showing up, so I don't know if they're going to see him come in as well. There are just so many questions about that. Or maybe Agent Morris, being humiliated by Veronica and then having to face her in court, has decided, you know what? And Scott told him to leave her alone. So maybe, that confirms that the FBI is no longer watching Veronica's house or anything. I don't really know. We'll just have to wait and see. But it seems like, there are so many questions to ask about this. Like, do you think David's going to have a change of heart and try to resuscitate her from that? Nope. I think that the only reason that he would try to resuscitate her is only if Jim convinces him to. And a lot of people are saying, well, Jeremy, in the trailer, I was trying really hard to see if Veronica's body was still floating, because we see, what's it called? Like the camera panned, where we see Jim in one shot, Jim walking through the house to the backyard where the pool is, and we see the pool, but we don't see Veronica's body. That could be one of two things, or technically three. One, Veronica's body still floating where it was, but Jim is blocking her body from view. Two, her body's floating, but it floated to another part of the pool, so we can't see it in that one shot. Or three, David took her out of the pool. Or technically four, Veronica got herself out, but I doubt that. Yeah. So with that being said, guys, let me know your thoughts. Do you think that David will try to save Veronica? If he did, I think it would only be because Jim convinced. Like, I want to know how long she's going to be floating in the pool. Like, I could see the first several minutes of the episode being David on the phone with Jim, and it's kind of like, wait for me to get there. And that begs the question of, I'm willing to bet that Kyle and Jim will meet up first, and then he goes over to David, because if he goes over to David's, we see Jim and David in a car. Where are they at? Are they sitting outside of the house? Do they dump her body somewhere? Do they go carry her to the hospital? There are just so many things to think about here. I really don't know. But, wow. I mean, sheesh, I don't know. I don't even know. There are just so many different scenarios. This is interesting. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think David will try to save his ex-wife? The cheater, the murderer, the liar? I don't know. But, yeah, this is like my 4th or 5th Veronica video. This is crazy. So, be sure to subscribe. Please subscribe. Hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss out on any new content. Make sure you comment your thoughts below, because these comments are very fun to read. And I've been trying to get better by responding to comments. But, guys, you have to realize some of these videos get 150 plus comments. And you know how rapidly I post videos. So even though I'm not able to get to everyone's, I do try my best to read through them. I like some. I might comment here and there. If they're ignorant comments, I like trolling. Nah, I might comment something back, but that's it. Like, I don't really care. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. And dang, Veronica is taking this place by storm. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you just saw, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, or if you have anything you would like to add to the video, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to keep up with me on social media, go to the description box. All of my links for social media are right there. Also, if you feel like you would like to donate to the channel, make sure to click on the link to PayPal. Any amount helps. $1, $5, $20. As a full-time YouTuber, any support from my fans really does mean a lot to me. Finally, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you're kept up to date on any new content I post to the channel. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next video.